Hello. Welcome to my weekly show, my top tips, every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. IST. Today, it's a different topic, while it's still within BCM and resilience that I talk about. The discussion is about creating a BCM satisfaction index, calculating BCM satisfaction index, or creating a BCM satisfaction index calculator. I've created one and I will be giving a demonstration of the same. So assume that you want to calculate the satisfaction index. So you will have to identify a few questions and run a survey to collect data, the responses from your target, your audience, your interested parties. Giving some examples, I picked up 10 questions, fairly standard according to me, but can be customized. First one is you're asking for overall satisfaction. How satisfied are you with the overall business continuity management program at the organization? Number two, you would say understanding of BCM, then how well do you understand the objectives and importance of the BCM program? Talking about willing to know about training and awareness, you will ask how effective do you find the BCM training and awareness sessions in preparing you for your role in business continuity. So an assumption here is that you have been running some training and awareness sessions. About you. If you are the BCM team, then BCM team's availability, how approachable and responsive do you find your or our BCM team? Incident response confidence, how confident are you in your ability to execute the BC plan during an actual disruption? Similar but different question. How confident are you in the company's ability to execute the BCM plan during an actual disruption? Talking of communication and effectiveness of the communication, you would ask, how effective is the communication from the BCM team regarding updates, changes, and important information before, during, and after an incident, disaster, or crisis? We understand, so I'm not explaining today the difference between these, but every incident is not a BCM incident. So even if I say incident here, I mean BCM incident. Next question, which is bringing us towards the end of the list of questions also. As I said, I would like to ask 10 questions maximum. So about testing, how valuable do you find the BCM tests in testing and improving our BCM readiness? About availability or resources, are the necessary resources, which include tools, information, support available to you to effectively fulfill your BCM responsibilities? And the last one for the continual improvement, obvious, I believe. How satisfied are you with the organization's efforts to continually improve the BCM program? So 10 questions designed. You'll have to have options for these. You will have to run a survey. Then for all of these questions, you will have to assign some weightage. There are 10 questions, easy, simple, first approach, all carry equal weightage. So 10% for each question. As you mature, you could have these varying also. Some question may be 5%, some 15. If someone goes to 20%, then some other question has to be reduced so that overall remains to be 100%. Assume these are the options you used for the response and the weightage. For example, for a question, strongly agree, excellent, very high, highly confident. then the weightage you are giving is 100 to such response. And these could be for any one of those 10 questions. Or your second option would be not strongly agree, but agree. Not excellent, but good. And for that, you would give a weightage of 80. The third option could be neutral, moderate, or somewhat confident with a score weightage of 50. Fourth option could be disagree, poor, or low with a weightage of 20 and weightage of 0 with fifth option if someone says strongly disagree, very poor, or not confident, not satisfied at all, etc. Looking at this, assume you ran this survey and you got total 1000 responses. So looking at only first question I am taking up, how satisfied are you with the overall business continuity management program at our organization? Assume this is how you got those responses. 1000 responses, 700 saying out of 700 saying very highly satisfied, which had a weightage of 100 if you recollect. 100 saying highly satisfied, 50 saying somewhat satisfied, 35 saying very low satisfied or very low satisfaction, and 115 saying not satisfied. Then you calculate this way, that 100 which is here into 700, which means number of responses multiplied by the weightage that you had put. And keep adding those so that you get the total score for this one question as 81,200. So the average score comes out to be 81.2. Hence, the BCM Satisfaction Index is average score, which is 81.2 into weightage, which was 10% in first iteration. My suggestion, recommendation, keep it same for all, 10%. So your BCM Satisfaction Index comes out to be 8.12. Simple. Let's quickly have a demo of the tool that I've developed. Simple Excel based. All that I said is put in this Excel sheet. For example, these are the 10 questions. All questions carrying 10% weightage, equal weightage. This is 100, 80, 50, 20, and 0. For those responses, possible responses, strongly agree, excellent, very high, highly confident, all will be 100. Assume for the first one, which we have done the calculations, we saw on the slide also. Out of 1,700 fell in this category first. 100 into second category, 50 into third category, neutral or moderate, 35 in fourth, and 115 in the last option, strongly disagree. So the calculation, the total score for this question comes out to be 81,200. So the average score for this particular category or question is 81.2, and then based on the weightage, the index is 8.12. A quick look then, assume this is how your data has come out for different questions. So many people saying strongly agreed, for example. So the total comes out to be 75,000 for second question. Average 75, so the index is 7.5. In this way, you do all the calculations. So the tool does this for you automatically. You just need to fill in some data based on the responses that you got from the survey that you ran. So overall index comes out to be 63.58 And this is the score out of 100. I'm scoring in any exam 63.58%. Is it good, bad, ugly? That is the next step that you would most likely need to write in the process. You could define categories. Up to 50 is very poor. Up to 70% is okay. My target is 75%. Up to 80% is excellent. Above 85, so 86 to 100% is outstanding. This needs to be written in advance. When you've done this, then you say, now I see action item 63.58, for example, is below my target of 75%. Anyway, full stop, whatever, we need to make improvements blindly, clearly. But you could see where is the most improvement possible and required. For example, this is 1.58 is the lowest one. The question was about how valuable do you find the BCM tests in testing and improving our BCM readiness? Which means now action from this satisfaction survey by calculating the index for you is more focus on tests, more focus on telling people about the tests, or focus on involving more people into the test, or conducting better tests. Better means more coverage, more complexity also one area. While you are good at 9.6, 9.19 on these areas, how approachable and responsive do you find your BCM team? So continue. No change required here. How confident are you in your ability to execute the BCM plan during an actual disruption? But people find in your organization that they have less faith or confidence in company's ability to execute the BCM plan during an actual disruption. How and why? You will have to go deep, a little more analysis, maybe ask the reason also. Many surveys do that also. If you have scored less, if you are giving me a less score on any question, then please tell me a little more so that I draw up action point out of that. Quickly, just to display how this will work, if we change these values to C. For this question, assume we say, no, actually we got 200 responses here as well, 100 responses here, which means some other response will have to change. If I make it 300, this becomes 1000. My index has gone up 6.70. Similarly, the overall becomes 65.58. I'm doing this just to show the effect of the change. Assume next time, question on how effective do you find the BCM training and awareness sessions in preparing you for your role in business continuity. After having taken some actions, next time you get 700 saying strongly agreed. And most likely these two becoming 0. The index becomes 8.80, direct impact immediately, a huge rise in overall index becoming 71.98. As of now, I'm playing with the tool just to show the impact, how after having run it, after having taken some actions, these ratings would improve for you, that so that you will be able to then display, demonstrate the benefit of running these surveys and benefit of running those activities. Assume some change here. Some change here. We have seen we have crossed our target of 75%. This was a quick demonstration of this tool around calculating BCM Satisfaction Index. One point to mention here is, at this point in time, I would like to say, Running the survey is not enough. You collected some data, you analyzed it, you prepared some report, then what? If I was one of the invitees, one of the participants, my interest is knowing, so what? What next? What have you done after collecting data from me? If you don't come back to me, at least telling me this is what the survey said and this is what my plan is for improvement, then I lose faith in you, your activities, your surveys. Next time I will not participate. Or if I participate, perhaps I will give poor ratings also. So that's a learning here. Very important point is that we should go back after the survey is conducted. First with the report, second with our action plan, and third, after taking actions, running it again, telling people that some actions were taken. Well, coming to the end, I would like to say if you have any questions about BCM satisfaction survey, BCM satisfaction index, designing a survey for your company, running a survey for your company, customizing this tool for your company, and calculating BCM satisfaction index for your company, or anything about resilience as a whole, please feel free to write to me and I'll be happy to come back to you. I'll be happy to respond. Logging off. This is your host, Daman Dev Sood, from my weekly show, My Top Tips, every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. IST. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday as well. Thanks. Bye-bye.